My wife packed my bags the same day I lost my job. She said I wasn't the man she married anymore. What she didn't know, I'd already seen the bank account. $42,000 gone. 3 days later, my neighbor told me where her car was parked overnight. That's when I realized she didn't leave because I fell. She left because she'd already found someone who hadn't. But here's what nobody expected. Not her, not him, not anyone. I wasn't done. Not even close. This is the story of how losing everything revealed who actually had my back and who never did.
Hey there, welcome to Revenge Uncovered with Nora, where we bring you unforgettable stories, shocking twists, and powerful real-life moments. If you love emotional and dramatic storytelling, you're in the right place. Subscribe and join the journey.
She said I wasn't the man she married anymore. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was that she had already packed my suitcase. I'm standing in our kitchen in Brookhaven, Illinois, still wearing the same navy suit I wore when Caldwell and Pierce Consulting eliminated my position that morning. 12 years with the firm. One email at 9:47 a.m. Security badge deactivated before lunch. I drove home in silence, rehearsing how I'd tell Vanessa, how we'd figure it out together. When I walk through the door, the house feels different, staged, too clean. A black roller suitcase sits by the entryway table, next to my leather duffel.
Vanessa stands in the living room, arms crossed. Her blonde hair is pulled back tight. She's wearing the cashmere sweater I bought her for Christmas. "I can't be married to uncertainty," she says. Her voice is steady, practiced. I blink, still processing. "Vanessa, it's been 4 hours. You're different now," she continues, like I didn't speak. "I can see it in your eyes." Different? I haven't even had time to process the layoff myself. "You're overreacting," I tell her, setting my briefcase down. "We have savings. I'll find something." "No," she shakes her head. "I'm protecting my future." The way she says my future, not our future, sends ice through my chest. Then she says it. "I didn't marry potential, Marcus. I married stability." That's when I realized she didn't just lose faith in my job. She lost faith in me, and she made this decision before I even got home. That night, I can't sleep. I'm staying at a budget motel off Route 83, the kind with flickering neon signs and paper-thin walls. I log into our joint bank account on my phone. $42,000. Gone. Transferred into her personal account 3 days ago, 2 days before I was laid off. My hands shake as I call her. "You moved the money," I say when she picks up. "I need security," she replies, as calm as ever. "You'll understand one day." I understand something immediately. This wasn't panic. This wasn't fear. This was exit strategy. She knew something was coming, or she'd already decided to leave, and she made sure she'd land softly. "Vanessa!" She hangs up. I stare at the stained motel ceiling, listening to a couple argue through the wall. For the first time in 12 years of marriage, I feel completely alone. 3 days later, I'm eating gas station coffee in my parked car when my neighbor, Mr. Avery, knocks on my window. He's walking his terrier, looking uncomfortable. "Marcus, I thought you should know." He shifts his weight. "I saw Vanessa's car parked overnight at the Riverside condos, Unit 4B. My stomach drops. "When?" "Twice last week, and again Monday." Unit 4B belongs to Ryan Mercer, partner at Kellerman & Shaw, one of the biggest law firms in Chicago, recently featured in Chicago Business Weekly for closing a $90 million merger, drives a silver Porsche 911 Turbo. I'd met him once at a charity gala. He shook my hand and commented on my watch. Vanessa laughed at all his jokes. The timeline hits me like a freight train. She didn't leave because I fell. She left because she already saw someone who hadn't. The house goes into pre-foreclosure. My severance covers 2 months of the mortgage, maybe 3 if I stretch it. I sit alone on the living room floor where our sectional couch used to be. Vanessa took it when she came back with a moving truck and her brother. The carpet still has indentations from the furniture legs. I realize something terrifying. If I collapse now, she'll be right about me. She'll get to tell people, "See, I knew he'd fall apart." That thought burns worse than the layoff, worse than the betrayal. That's the moment I decided she doesn't get to define my ending. I take a contract job unloading freight at a warehouse in Franklin Park. 4 a.m. start time, steel-toe boots, cold loading dock, $19 an hour. The first morning, one of the guys, a stocky man named Luis, recognizes me. "Weren't you corporate?" he asks, handing me a pallet jack. I nod, expecting judgment. He just nods back. "Good, you'll learn fast." No pity, no condescension, just work. And for the first time in weeks, my mind is quiet. My hands are sore, my back aches, but there's no betrayal in a 40-pound box, no office politics, just clear expectations and honest effort. I sleep better that night than I have in months. I wake up at 5 a.m. on purpose, gym at 5:30, reading by 7, online certifications by 8, cold emails to old clients by 10, then I head for the warehouse. No social media posts, no dramatic declarations, just discipline. One morning at the gym, I see Ryan Mercer's Porsche in the parking lot. My chest tightens, but I don't slow down. I load an extra plate on the bar and keep lifting. He doesn't even know who I am. And that's fine, because 6 months from now, he will. 3 months into my warehouse gig, I get a call from an unknown number. "Marcus, it's Leonard Halpern." I freeze. Leonard Halpern, one of my biggest clients at Caldwell and Pierce, a private equity veteran with a reputation for spotting talent. "Mr. Halpern," I say, standing up straighter even though he can't see me. "How are you?" "Better than you, I imagine. I heard what happened." I wince. "Yeah, it was a mistake," he interrupts. "They let you go right before a market correction. Idiots. Listen, I'm launching a boutique advisory firm, Halpern Capital Partners. I need someone who understands risk and isn't afraid of hard work. I'm not offering you a job, Marcus. I'm offering you equity." My heart pounds. What's the catch? "No guaranteed salary for the first year. High risk, but if we hit our targets, you'll make more than you ever did at Caldwell." I think about Vanessa, about Ryan Mercer, about playing it safe. "I'm in," I say. That night, Vanessa texts me, "I hope you're not doing anything reckless." Reckless? I almost laugh. The woman who drained our savings and moved in with another man is worried about my decision-making. I liquidate what's left of my savings, $8,400, and invest it into Halpern Capital. Leonard matches it dollar for dollar as a sign of faith. We work out of a shared office space in Schaumburg, cold calling prospects and building financial models until midnight. Vanessa hears through mutual friends. She calls me. "You're gambling," she says. "No," I reply, calm as ever. "I'm building." Silence. For the first time, she sounds unsure. What if it doesn't work? Then I'll start again. That's what you do when you're not afraid of uncertainty. I hang up before she can respond. 4 months in, we close our first deal, a mid-sized acquisition for a logistics company in Dallas. My equity payout is $48,000. I stare at the number on the screen, not because of the money, because I did it without her, because I'd proved it to myself. Leonard claps me on the back. "That's just the start, Marcus." I believe him. 12:08 a.m., my phone buzzes. "I've been thinking about us." I don't respond. 5 minutes later. "I miss how driven you used to be." Used to be. She still thinks this was about motivation. She doesn't understand. This was never about drive. This was about loyalty. I turn my phone off and go back to sleep. Vanessa files for divorce, but her lawyer includes a request for spousal support from the unemployed man she left. Her attorney didn't know about my equity stake in Halpern Capital. When they discover the structure of my compensation during discovery, their tone changes fast. Her lawyer calls mine. We'd like to discuss a settlement. My attorney, a sharp woman named Diane Restrepo, smiles. I'm sure you would. We settle. No spousal support, clean split. She keeps what she took, I keep what I built. 6 months later, I'm at a fundraising gala in Naperville for a children's hospital. Leonard insisted I attend. You need to be visible, he said. I'm standing near the silent auction tables when I see her. Vanessa freezes mid-step. She's wearing a red dress, hair down in waves. She looks good, expensive. But Ryan Mercer isn't with her. Marcus, she approaches slowly. You look different. I am, I say simply. That's all I give her. Her smile falters. She expected more, anger, questions, something, but I have nothing left to say. Through a former colleague, I learned that Kellerman and Shaw cut Ryan Mercer after a failed merger left the firm exposed. His flashy lifestyle was leveraged, leased cars, mortgaged condo, maxed credit lines. Image, illusion. Vanessa thought she upgraded. She misread the scoreboard. She asks to meet me for coffee. No makeup, no designer handbag, just honesty. I panicked, she says, stirring her latte. When you lost your job, I felt unsafe. There it is. Not evil, not malice, fear. But fear still makes choices. I thought you'd give up, she continues. Everyone said you would. Everyone? My mom, my sister, even Ryan said... She stops. I lean back. Ryan had opinions about me? She nods, eyes down. He said corporate guys like you crumble without structure. I sip my black coffee. And you believed him. She doesn't answer. You didn't leave because I lost income. You left because you thought I lost value. She cries, not dramatically, the kind that comes with realization. I was wrong, she whispers. Yeah, you were. Halpern Capital